Hello guys, and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today we're looking at another Kickstarter. We haven't looked at a Kickstarter in a while because there's none that's interested me in a while since Hellboy, I think. And this one's called Verge of War. And Verge of War is a sci-fi war game with 28mm resin miniatures set in the original Verge of War universe. So let's just dive straight into it. As you can see, I have backed it, and I've backed it for the $95 pledge. So far they've raised 8,461 of a 15,605 goal. They've got 98 backers with 19 days still to go. So if you are going to get into this, fantastic. Dive straight in, hock them over your money, and let's get that money up. Obviously share it as well with everybody around. If you've got a YouTube channel, please feel free to make a video of it. And the creator of this is Verge of War. So let's have a look at it. So it says it's 2 to 4 players for 12 plus, and it can take 40 minutes up to 120 minutes to play. We will come back and have a look at this video in a bit. They have got a Kickstarter, a Facebook, go away Verge of War, which is liked, a YouTube, which I've subscribed to. They haven't got many subscribers, but they have got a video on there and stuff like that. So feel free to give them a like on Facebook, give them a subscribe on YouTube, and then also follow them on Instagram, where they put a lot of little photos, and we'll have a look at some of them. But we're going to go down the Kickstarter before we do all that. So, Verge of War, a scalable and balanced miniature war game with RPG elements representing planetary battles in the original sci-fi universe. So it's a sci-fi based game. And then it goes on to say, we invite you to join us. Verge of War is not just about playing the game. We want to give you an opportunity to take part in shaping the history of the universe. Verge of War is a living, dynamic space opera that will unfold right in front of your eyes. All the players' victories and defeats will change the fate of the galaxy and influence the background of factions. We will come and look at what different pledges there are at the end. So it says, why Kickstarter? Dear friends, we are a small collective. Like the Borg, I don't trust him, but they're striving to create a great game. Maybe I trust you a little bit then. I like great games. And sorry, to make our original universe real, bring it to life and share it with you, the players. I am a player. No, I'm really not. So it actually says so that you can play the game, shape the universe of Verge of War, and determine its future. We are taking the first steps of a long journey which we hope will be a lifelong one. It's a bold goal. Now we go to Kickstarter to release the first 2 factions of the many planned for our game. We hope that this Kickstarter campaign will be the first one of many successful campaigns that, with your invaluable help, will allow us to release and expand Verge of War. We hope that you'll like our game and are grateful to everyone who's ready to join us in the fascinating creation of the Verge of War universe. Now, I am interested in this Kickstarter. You can see I've backed it, and I am going to be singing its praises in a little bit, but I have to put some negatives on here. Not to balance it out, because I don't mind being completely biased if it's something I really love. But it actually stems back from a conversation that was had when I was in watching one of Blackjack Legacy, Andy from Blackjack Legacy's live streams, and we were talking about new companies starting up and how you need a choice of models. And we said the ideal is 4 factions, unless of course you have a giant IP like something like Star Wars or Marvel or something like that, where 2 factions is fine because people are going to get in on it for the IP alone. Taking us back to 40k, would it have done very well if the only 2 factions were, say, Space Marine and Orcs? So that I find is a bit of a negative. Also, I'm not really fond of that it will be the first of many successful campaigns. I really like it when a startup company like this, who've never done a game before or they've only done little games, they go to Kickstarter and they make a big game and it does well, and that propels the company forward. What I don't like though is companies using Kickstarters as almost like a Ponzi scheme, or where everything goes to Kickstarter. And I'm not going to name any games, but you all have, at least when I said it, have got one company in your head and you're like, yes, they do that, and it bothers me. So I'm hoping what it actually means is it's the successful campaigns in terms of kind of releases. So they'll release these 2 factions through Kickstarter, they'll do well, they'll get enough money, they'll do the Kickstarter. Then on their website or through independent stockists or whatever, they'll bring out the next 2 factions with a campaign book, etc. Kind of like Gangs of War with or Gang War books with Necromunda. That kind of thing. That's what I'm hoping they mean, but what I actually suspect they mean is they're just going to run multiple Kickstarters. If that's the case, I'm not particularly happy, and that's something that I would actually be really disappointed in, and it would be enough actually to make me pull out of a Kickstarter if I knew that was the case. But we'll go through it. So, the pledge level, and this is only for the first 7 days. You get the Pirate Captain, and then you unlock all stretch goals for the faction of the Pirates, a maximum of 11 miniatures for $30. So altogether it's 12 miniatures, because it's 11 miniatures and him, I think. So that's 12 models for $30, which isn't that bad. And then it goes to this, which is the core box for 2 players, which is 24 miniatures, and then it unlocks all stretch goals, which is a maximum of another 15 miniatures for $95. And we're going to look at these in more detail on this side. And then it's the full force box, 2 players, 67 miniatures. There's the Ghost Dryer, nice, always on time. And then the stretch goals. I won't say stretch goals each time because I've said it once, it's not going to change. And then we've got this, the Immortality full force box, 67 miniatures, plus 1 exclusive miniature, all stretch goals. And then the Verge of Light book, printed version and exclusive interaction with its author. So I'm hoping he comes and gives you a back massage or something. He kind of reads you the rule book as a bedtime story. That's what I'm assuming you get for your $500. And if so, I'm quite excited for that. I'll go in for that if he's going to come and read me the rule book while I nap. But yeah, so this is what you get for the $95, which is what I've gone for, which is 24 resin miniatures and all unlocked stretch goals. It says for free, which is nice. It shows you what you include here. So these are some of the models, and the models are really beautiful. Momentarily, we're going to get to exactly why I liked it. You'll see it, and everyone will go, it makes sense now. So you get the 2 factions seem to be the Seats and the Humans. Now, that's Seats spelled S-E-I-T-S if you're not looking up your screen. Not Seats as in S-E-A, as in where you'd park your butt. So you get 1 commander on war platform with 2 commander drones, which I'm guessing is that one guy there. Or girl, I don't judge. You get 1 Shork Tribal Warrior with 3 weapon options, 6 Raptor Hunting Pack models, 1 Light Assault Drone, 1 Killer Drone, and then the Humans gets 1 Lieutenant, 1 Noble House Squire with 2 weapons options, so that'll be this, and these, and meh, I'm not sure. 2 Astroborn Infantry Squads, 2 Mule FWPs with 3 weapon choices, 1 Free Pose Noble House Knight, and 1 self-propelled Howitzer Scorpion, 3 posters, 6 objective markers, digital art book, all unlocked stretch goals, as we keep saying, late pledge access and add-on section access. We're not going to read them all, you guys can check them out if you want, but because that's the one I've gone for, it's the one I wanted to show you. And then you can see some of the other models. You can see down here the exact reason that I would be interested in this, and that's Robo-Dinos. Robo-Dinosaurs. That's what's there. So, obviously I love dinosaurs. It's been very, very well documented, and there you can see them. You get a load, and there's them painted up. They're absolutely beautiful. Let's just... Doing. Ah, no. It's all gone wrong. I've ruined it. But there those guys are. They're absolutely beautiful. Obviously they look like raptors. I'm hoping along the way they might get different ones. Let's zoom that back down to a normal. It's kind of you guys looking behind the curtain there, isn't it? A bit Wizard of Ozzy. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I had to show you those dinosaurs. They look really good. And to be honest, the pictures really don't do the models justice. Like there, when you've got that close-up, you can see it's beautiful. But anyway, I'm waffling. So that's the Kickstarter exclusive, by the way. He's nice to get a little Kickstarter exclusive symbol there. So gameplay. Verge of War is a game for 2 or more players. It's about strategy and tactic. To play the game, you're going to need a gaming table. Hopefully you guys have got one. If not, go down to your local gaming store, they'll have one. If you live up in the northeast, definitely check out the Battle Bunker. It's a fantastic place to game. Sorry, cheap plug there, by the way. So yeah, so measuring tape, some 6-sided die and terrain. We recommend the use of a 6x4. Yeah, I'll use what I want. You're not the boss of me. But if you can be any table you want, kitchen table, garden table, or any other, I appreciate that you clarified tables for me. I struggle with it sometimes. Many a chair has been used to place a glass on, etc. So, terrain can be nicely made sci-fi houses, ruins, or just small boxes and empty cans. Well-made gaming tables and terrain make the games better looking, but it's your imagination that will do the greatest part. So basically, this bit here is to play the game, you need all the generic things you need to play every other tabletop wargame. So I read it so I could take the mick out of it a bit, but in actual fact it's just the same that every have. So to start, follow these simple steps. The start, choose your faction. It's got 3 factions there, but it said 2 factions upstairs. I mean up the page, so I'm assuming that faction, and that's just a pretty picture? Maybe. Step 2, choose the point size of your army. Total 330 points in the box there, apparently. Step 3, choose your strategy, choose your commander levels, and gather your army using an army book, for example, as you can see at the pics. And then it shows you some little beautifulness. It's nice. It shows you your points values and things like that. It's basically the same thing as most other games. Now you choose your mission and deployment type from the rulebook, roll for initiative, and start the game. Let the best player wins. We know more. Sorry, to know. I can't read. I should edit that out, but I shan't. To know more, watch our gameplay video. And there's a gameplay video here. I am not going to play this because you guys can go across to here and watch it, or you can watch it directly on here because, you know, give them the extra traffic. It's worth a watch, it really is. You can download the rulebook for free right here. Oh, look, so you get pirates, humans, and the Sate. There you go. Ignore me. I like the look of the Sate because they're all alien-y. I also like the look of the humans because they're all human-y. But all these are free to download anyway, so even if nothing else, go across and have a look at it. Maybe you can play the game a couple of times using just proxy miniatures. You know, some Infinity models or something like that. Maybe get the feel of it. So, 7 reasons to play Verge of War. Now, I should have really started with this, because if you've made it this far in the video, well played, guys. So Verge of War is an original sci-fi space opera. History of the universe spans from the 0 years to 2228. After that date, the galaxy's future is yours to shape. I do actually like the sound of that. I love the idea, and it's always been the same. Whenever any company, like Mantic are currently doing, and like Games Workshop have done in the past, where they allow what you're doing to shape the fate of the game. I always think that's really, really good. It's good for new players, it's good for existing players, and it's good for the company because they can see what their engagement levels are like. So I do really like that. In total, there are 10 factions in the game. Human Empire, the Sate Civilization, Pirates, the Askar, the Qajar Kingdoms. They sound like cats, and if they are, I'm all over it. The Eltofa, the Rungars, the Scrags, the Triclons, they sound like dinosaurs, maybe I'm all over those, and the Arachnids, I'm all over those as well. Each faction has its own history, political structure, psychological characteristics, hierarchy. This Kickstarter is dedicated to the first 3 factions: Human Empire, Sate Civilization, and Pirates. You lied to us, Kickstarter. You told us up at the top it's 2 factions. Meh, it's probably me. I probably read it wrong or took it out of context. I do that. So, the game's plot is constantly in motion due to the active involvement of players via Intelligent Feedback Systems, or IFS. You play, and we record the results and reflect them in the life of the universe. So, again, that's really, really cool. Like, this isn't just a thing where at the end of it, they're like, and we've done this based on this. You actually give in your results and stuff like that. So, much like the sort of last few Games Workshop campaigns and stuff they've been doing. Really cool idea. But to do it from the start's really good, because when you're getting in on it, you feel like you're going to be part of something, really, especially if you play a lot of games of it. So, Verge of War is a classical war game with RPG elements. The game uses 6-sided dice, or D6. Before the battle begins, your commander chooses skills from 3 sets that reflect different strategies, doctrines, and military specialties. Each set is divided into 10 levels, which reflects the experience and expertise of your commander. Typical game consists of 6 game rounds and takes 40 minutes to 120 minutes, depending on the size of your armies. So that sounds interesting. I'm very big on games, war games, because I love tabletop miniatures, I love painting and that side of things, with an RPG-based element. I always find that really good. I love story-driven campaigns. When Games Workshop started adding narrative play to their games, it really, really did make a difference for me. It meant I didn't have to do all the work myself, which is good, because I'm lazy. So it's got balanced game mechanics. We are players ourselves, and we understand that balancing is critical and difficult to achieve. As a competitive system, Verge of War pursues perfect balance, and numerous tests confirm that we've achieved this. Now that's a bold, bold statement. Many other games have boasted that kind of thing, but very few have managed it well. I actually think that Kings of War, especially in version 1, did it relatively well. I've not really looked at version 2 so much. I've got the rules, I've read it, I've started building an army, but I've not played any games, so I can't say how balanced is, but I really, really like the idea that they are trying to balance it. Ghost Rider. All technologies are based on the latest developments and scientific theories, to the pleasure of hard sci-fi fans. So that really doesn't float my boat, but there are people who that'll really pull in. And so this says it's a brand new approach to miniatures. The free pose miniature technology brings conversion freedom to a next level. One set provides endless pose options for your heroes. Free pose technology is the new word in wargames, with miniatures that provide you with the opportunity to unrestricted customization. That's cool. I like customizing, so that really works. So as I say, but before the humans managed to reach those life-saving ruins, 3 raptors blocked the way. The Sate pressed on this mental attack. Seeing that people got disorientated, the carnivores charged forward. And then you can click to read more, but I'm not going to. Then there's a big history of the universe, which I'm not going to read for you, because you don't want to listen to me read it, to be honest. It is really interesting, though. Give it a read. As said, it was this that pulled me in. I know I joked, obviously, it was about dinosaurs, but I really, really liked all this history of the universe business. And all this bizzle, and then I had a look at, obviously, the miniatures that they've got shown there. It shows you the different sizes and stuff, so it did really appeal to me. And this model is absolutely gorgeous. I've got a couple of friends who I think would really, really love. Oh. Well, yeah, they've got a website as well, by the way. I'll also link that in the description. Boom. But yeah, so all these models look really, really nice. Give all these videos a watch. Go across to their YouTube channel and, you know, give it a sub. Watch what that model is gorgeous. Look at the teeth on it. They do very much look like they're digital sculpted, which isn't a bad thing. It isn't a bad thing. If I'm going to be honest, I haven't actually looked at the rulebook yet. I've downloaded it and it's on my to-do list, but I haven't yet because I've been reading other rulebooks for games I'm about to play, Kill Team for instance. So I haven't got in on this, even if the game sucks. I love the lore that I've read so far, and I love the look of the models, and I can find other uses for them. So, but definitely check out the rulebooks. Let's have a look at these stretch goals before I will finish off with that video at the start of the page. So you get this awesome pirate, and he's a 70mm scale pirate. That's pretty cool. The humans battle tank, more pirate stuff. 6 models this time, 3 models here, and obviously these are just concept sketches at the moment. None of them have actual models. This looks like prototype ones, or just much better sketches on the drones, but I really, really like these. Oddly enough, they remind me of the old Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s with the Spider Slayers, but that's neither here nor there. And yeah, as you come across to these, you've just got the work in progress symbols, but you can see some of the add-ons and stuff down here as well. That pirate captain that I really, really like. The human poltergeist. Now this just looks like something straight out of Destiny. And I love Destiny and Destiny 2, so that interests me. Then there's this. So the models themselves are absolutely beautiful. there they are. There's the raptor pack. I will be adding some raptors. Maybe that one actually. Because they're raptors. I don't know. I'm not the boss of me. I'll get whatever the missus lets me get. As I've stated many a time, I'm under the thumb. I'm okay with that though. So there's a load of really, really cool stuff here. So all miniatures are supplied unpainted and will require assembly. That's obvious. Oh, I say it's obvious. It's not obvious, but it's obvious to experienced wargamers, especially when they start talking about conversion possibilities and stuff. That was an unfair statement. Shipping. So yeah, all miniatures are supplied unpainted and require assembly. Shipping in a Verge of War box, and these are the little boxes. For packages less than blah blah blah, gives you all the weights. Expected delivery 3 weeks, Europe 2 weeks, Australia 3 to 4 weeks. Woohoo! Europe. That's me. Then there's all the usual bits you get at the bottom of Kickstarter. There's the team. Look at that. They've got people. They've got an equal mix of people, I guess. I'm going to be honest, unless it's like your Andy Chambers or your Mark Latham, I don't tend to care who's made the game. If that upsets certain people, then I apologise. But if I buy a game and I enjoy it, does it care who? Do I need to care who made it? I don't know. But anyway, let's finish off with this video. So it's 2 minutes and 41 minutes long. 2 minutes and 41 seconds long. That's a real thing. Obviously, I'm going to kind of critique as we go.
Stars faded by a mysterious power's will. When ruthless Sea launched a violent expansion.
Sorry about that. I was just messing about with some models at my desk and hit my spacebar.
Others. From a forbidden sector, where most stars faded, where many ships went missing, where a legendary Asgard weapon, the Sword of Athene, was hidden, came the fiercest and deadliest warriors that the galaxy has ever seen. The Milky Way froze in a fragile equilibrium. No one dares to cross the line. Still, great powers search for the legendary Asgard sword that might
Told you I haven't.
a decisive advantage. The galaxy is on the verge of war.
So I'm going to kind of stop it here because this is just all the promo stuff. And obviously I'd already gone 2 minutes into it anyway, and I don't want them to get cross that I showed the video. But yeah, go on to the go on to the Kickstarter. As I said, I'll link everything down below. Go on and check it out because it looks absolutely fantastic. If you are going to back it, brilliant. Let me know about it. Let me know which one you've gone in for and why, what it is you like the look of. You know, what's inspired you to do it. If you're not going to, then obviously, you know, and you've got a reason why. I mean, it might just not be for you, but if there's a reason why, just let me know down below in the comments as well. Let's get a kind of dialogue going on Verge of War, whether it's a yay or a nay from people. Because obviously that'll gauge when this comes, whether it's something that I would cover on the channel or not. If there's loads of people who are like, I'm going to back this, I'm going to back this. And then I do an unboxing video when it first comes and I get a lot of traction on it, then it's something that we'll cover in a great deal. If not, then maybe it'll fade sort of to one side. I tend to be a person who kind of covers what I want as opposed to what people like demand I cover. Like when we were doing the Legends of the Old West series, we only stopped it because the campaign came to an end. Like, even though it was getting the least views of any other video we did because we were enjoying playing it, that was kind of, we filmed them. We don't go, oh, 40k is popular, we'll do loads of 40k videos. Sometimes it happens, like Kill Team interested me at a time when Kill Team interested me. But yeah, anyway, this is about Verge of War, not about the many other things we cover on our channel. If you've got the time, please give us a thumbs up. It does really help, and also it feeds Alan's ego, and obviously that's the main reason for the channel. If it's the first time you've ever checked us out, please feel free to go and check out some of our other videos. Maybe consider subscribing to us. We put out content as often as we can. That varies from daily up to every couple of weeks, but we try and keep it at least one video a week, maybe two if we've got the time. We do playthroughs of games, and we do a lot of other stuff. Hit that bell for notifications, because YouTube aren't really one for telling you that our videos exist, because we've got such a small following anyway. And thank you very much for watching today, guys. Pray to the dice gods and hope they smile upon you, and do check out Verge of War. Take care, guys. Bye.